Hello everyone, welcome back to Fight Tonight channel. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. I really want to get 5,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. It's so close, thanks for supporting me, guys. Anthony Joshua's former trainer Robert Garcia lost and say lightweight Gervonta Davis would probably beat him. Following these loss, the pair split and have exchanged some negative comments publicly in the 11-month signs. Most recently, Joshua praised his new trainer Derek James and compared him to Garcia, who, he said, didn't make him feel like he was being told anything new. Garcia is currently out in Las Vegas to watch Errol Spence vs Terence Crawford on Saturday night. After the final press conference on Tuesday, he was filmed by his News talking and joking a group of friends in a joint interview. Their conversation came about as the group discussed Naoya Inoue's dominant knockout win over Stephen Fulton on Tuesday. As always after a big fight, everyone is now looking ahead to find the next top challenge for the victorious champion. Even if Inoue were to then move up from super bantamweight to featherweight or go one further to super featherweight, there was some tough fight that await, but no massive names for him to face in a bona fide global super fight. In truth, Inoue would have to go all the way up to lightweight for that, and some fans have called it for the Japanese sensation to do exactly this. There have been calls for him to move up a further 3 weight classes for a showdown with American superstar Gervonta Davis. Realistically, this will not happen, as Inoue is already a 4-weight world champion, having started his career at light flyweight and has only just moved up to super bantamweight at age 30. As such, when asked about this, Garcia initially said, "Why are you even talking about that? He is a 122-pounder. To further solidify this point, one of Garcia's friends then jokingly asked, "Who wins, Tank or Anthony Joshua?" Garcia shot out, "Tank probably beat Anthony Joshua." Adrien Broner's blunt response to talk of Naoya Inoue facing Gervonta Davis. Following his remarkable win over Stephen Fulton, talk has surfaced of Naoya Inoue continuing to climb the weights to take on 3-way world champion Gervonta Davis. Though Inoue is currently at super bantamweight and Davis has campaigned as high as super lightweight, there are some on the line who believe the idea of the pair meeting somewhere in the middle and looking orange is not completely far-fetched. Both men stand at around 5-5, however Davis has a significantly thinner build and one would imagine would be much stronger than the monster. That seems to be a view of the polarising Adrien Broner, who issued a sharp warning to Inoue when questioned about the possibility of the fight by Fight Hype. "Relax, man, he better sit his little ass down." Inoue captured WBC and WBO world titles at 122 pounds after defeating Fulton, becoming a 4-way world champion at the age of 30. Despite the allure of a super fight with Tank, all roads for Inoue now appear to lead to an undisputed clash with Marlon Tapales, who took to the ring and shook hands with Inoue for a fight towards the back end of 2023. If that fight does get finalized, Inoue would have the opportunity to become undisputed at a second successive weight class, a feat never achieved in the 4-belt era, in the space of less than a year. Gervonta Davis would love to fight again this year as potential opponent named. Gervonta Davis recorded a 7th-round knockout win over Ryan Garcia back in April, and now thoughts have turned to who he might fight next. Multi-weight champion Tank Davis is now 29-0 with 27 wins inside the distance. He has recently been released from jail after serving time for breaking a 90-day home detention order, but has 200 hours of community service to attend to. With the path clear to get back to action, former opponent Isaac Pitbull Cruz has been floated as a potential opponent. Although he lost via unanimous decision, Cruz is one of only 2 men who can say they have taken Tank the distance and in a jury for the winner or otherwise. Showtime Sports executive Steven Espinosa was recently asked by Fight Hype if the rematch is a realistic fight. I think it's an option. It's an interesting one because of Isaac's style, and the fact that neither one of the guys was completely satisfied with how the first fight went. Isaac believed he had a missed opportunity that he could not follow up. Tank was hampered by the hand. I would love to see that fight again. It doesn't necessarily mean it's next with Tank getting out. Isaac being on this card, people try to join the dots, and it's not really that simple. There are plenty of other guys that we can look at. Cruz faces undefeated Giovanni Cabrera this weekend on the undercard of Errol Spence Jr. vs Terence Crawford. Espinosa was then asked if Davis will be out for a third time this year. Tank would love to. He's pretty adamant. He has a little community service to take care of. If he can get back in fighting shape and take care of the details at the end of this year, start of next year is possible. Talk then moved to undisputed lightweight champion Devin Haney and the possibility of a matchup between the two. There was some preliminary discussions. I'm not aware any numbers have been exchanged. Haney is in the middle of a lot of things. He has a lot of opportunities. Tank just getting out. Haney's got a couple of immediate opportunities he has to address. I'm not sure from my perspective there is a realistic opportunity to talk about Haney to Tank when you've got two mandatory or two title challengers waiting for you. Tank is probably best at 135 and will probably stay there unless there is an opportunity that dictates otherwise. If you ask Tank, he will say all those guys. Cruz, Haney, back-to-back nights. Haney is expected to announce his next move soon, with a jump up in weight triggering the 4 belts to become vacant. Shakur Stevenson on Kambosos Hagas. I thought it was a robbery. Maxi was a better fighter. Shakur Stevenson saw something entirely different from his ringside. See then the 3 judges witnessed that Saturday night in Shawnee, Oklahoma. The undefeated 2-division champion contended afterward that British southpaw Maxi Haggis definitely deserved a victory over George Kambosos Jr. in their 12-round lightweight fight at Fire Lake Arena. 2 judges, Joseph Mason and Gerald Ritter, scored their fight for Australia's Kambosos, who won their ESPN main event by majority decision because Judge David Sutherland scored their votes a draw. 130-130. Stevenson didn't mince words when the early lightweight contender was interviewed by ESPN's Fernando Osuna at ringside after Kambosos' controversial win. I thought it was a robbery, Stevenson said. Thanks for watching guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.